Imagine it different. Interventions for change. Following the Imagine It Different report, we'll now go through the interventions for change. The interventions for change are clustered around 4 core themes: CPD, board/governance, model/organisational development, and advocacy. Continuous professional development. Government/local authorities, Horizon 1 impact, respond and release, not applicable. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. Endorse and support new models of cultural sector apprenticeships encouraging employer/university partnerships. Horizon 3 impact, transformations, not applicable. Arts/culture/heritage funders. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Encourage and support CPD priorities for well-being in the workplace. Support capacity building, training and skills development. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. Prioritise investments that resource ambitions for an inclusive sector. Targeted investments for global majority GM and deaf/disabled and neurodivergent D/D/D and N leaders. Horizon 3 impact, transformations. Targeted investments for well-being in the workplace. Integration of new systems and practice for Horizon 2. Infrastructure support organisations/networks. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Convene formal and informal opportunities for sector leaders. To gather for creative and recuperative exchange. Enhance training in management systems, processes and practice. Ensure training and skills development in fundraising, commerciality, entrepreneurship and innovation. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. Strengthen human resources management HRM training to support workforce management challenges. Increase access to training for governance, advocacy, and models of working. Create sector partnership or partnerships with a nationally recognised training body such as ILM/IOD or National Cultural Institution for access to ongoing management training. Horizon 3 impact, transformations. Create a comprehensive online resource hub ORH for leadership learning and development. Examples include CLAW Leadership Learning and Development, Cultural Governance Alliance Practical Guide, ACE's Transforming Governance Programme, Arts Marketing Association's Culture Hive. Cultural organisations/leaders. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Encourage/facilitate CPD and positive approaches to well-being at all levels. Encourage a shift from leader-led solutions to organisation-wide/systems leadership approaches. Convene/share information on formal and informal peer-led networks. Mentoring and action learning sets to consistently support informal CPD. Amplify the availability of core resources such as the Cultural Governance Alliance CGA, Culture Hive and other online resources. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. Consolidate strategies to encourage cross-sector CPD, collaboration, knowledge exchange and intergenerational learning. Facilitate knowledge exchange within and across organisations. Support capacity building, including modelling effective ways to manage with reduced resources. Increase risk appetite and commercial awareness alongside existing approaches. Horizon 3 impact transformations. Focus on well-being, consolidate strategies to avoid siloed leadership solutions. Acknowledge and address the additional burden on GM and deaf and neurodivergent leaders in the workplace. Consider core frameworks for CPD based on organisational size to create consistency of approaches / access to CPD across the sector as a whole. Board / governance. Government / local authorities. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Expand and deepen the range of tax relief benefits for cultural activities. Encourage the Charity Commission to further explore avenues for payment to trustees. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. More public funding / investment in arts and culture. Supporting creative organisations to fully contribute to economic growth, increase employment and broaden engagement in culture. Review charity regulations and structures to support fresh thinking and innovation. Horizon 3 impact transformations. Support implementation of different governing structures. Arts / culture / heritage funders. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Continuing investment to diversify governance. Prioritised investment in the ACE Transforming Governance Programme. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. Increase resources for governance practice and development. Acknowledging that existing budgets cannot resource desirable innovations, such as payment to trustees. Horizon 3 impact transformations. Work towards accreditation as living wage funders. Enabling guarantees to pay the real living wage. Support integration of innovative changes enabling better engagement with audiences and communities. Infrastructure support organisations / networks. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Promote / amplify sources of trustee appointments, e.g. CGA website, Trustee Tuesdays, NVCO, Association of Charities, etc. Support boards trustees to better understand / engage with Charity Commission guidance. Enhance capacities for political influence. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. Seek out opportunities for better advocacy and championing of sector issues, and more diverse sector voices. Invest in training / development on how to manage boards. Create / support learning spaces for chairs and trustees with peers. Place-based, art / culture networks and/or groupings by scale of organisation. Horizon 3 impact, transformations. Establish an open and accessible matching process for trustee roles. Cultural organisations. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Acknowledge current constraints on sector organisations and leaders. Support capacity building. Encourage a shift from leader-led solutions to organisation-wide/system leadership approaches. Encourage engagement with philanthropy. In addition to funder engagement, and resource the time for relationship building. Horizon 2 impact new systems and practice. Prioritize the impact of climate change and environmental sustainability on sector practice and encourage responsiveness/future-proofing. Increase risk appetite and commercial awareness alongside existing approaches. Explore co-leadership and distributed leadership models, including co-chairing of boards. Horizon 3 impact transformations. Work towards accreditation as living wage employers to address low-wage challenges. Support implementation of strategies and new practices. Models/organisational development. Government/local authorities. Horizon 1 impact respond and release. Reapply the arm's length principle. For non-governmental departmental public bodies. Horizon 2 impact new systems and practice. Encourage cross-departmental working. And a broad appreciation of the contribution of culture to society. Encourage/facilitate new budgetary alliances with other industries. To bolster spending on cultural and creative activities. Horizon 3 impact transformations. Enable sector self-reliance and financial viability with changed financing models. Support strategic/mutually desired relationships. With devolved administrations to enrich cultural engagement nationally. Art/culture/heritage funders. Horizon 1 impact respond and release. Reduce the burden of heavy application procedures. With shorter decision-making cycles and lighter touch, staged processes. ACE to reduce the reporting burden, particularly for smaller organisations. Acknowledge current constraints on sector organisations and leaders. Support capacity building to enable cultural organisations to transform. Horizon 2 impact new systems and practice. Return to longer-term funding periods. And support for spending on core infrastructure items. To build capacities and longer-term partnerships. Amplify and encourage engagement. With the broad range of organisational structures available, including cooperatives/flat structures, etc. Share case studies and support explorations of new operational models. Horizon 3 impact transformations. Create shared evaluation tools to streamline compliance with funder reporting requirements. More open programs to support experimentation, ideation and sector-generated creative ideas. Provide advice and support for mergers and shared services. Infrastructure support organisations/networks. Horizon 1 impact respond and release. Improve digital literacy/tech maturity. Address the AI ethics questions so the pragmatic benefits can be embraced. Horizon 2 impact new systems and practice. Promote shared evaluation tools for better articulation of impact. Consider the impact of climate change and environmental sustainability on sector practice and encourage responsiveness/future-proofing. Connect and collaborate on the Good Work initiative to ensure sector alignment. Horizon 3 impact transformations. Secure the pipeline into cultural sector job roles through connections and advocacy into schools and career development networks. Promote field-building capacities to strengthen the space for innovation and collective development. Cultural organisations/leaders. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Share case studies of good collaborations to demonstrate what is possible. Share good practice on EDI, case studies that demonstrate how the sector has progressed beyond the why. Enhance strategies that address recruitment and retention challenges, including CPD for AI vulnerable roles. Encourage a shift from leader-led solutions to systems leadership approaches, including co-leadership and distributed leadership models. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. Acknowledge the changing workforce, generational shifts, and new priorities including degrowth. Promote ways to learn from innovations in other sectors. Ensure staff are supported to adopt trustee roles in other charities. Acknowledge and create capacity/resources for increased fluidity and exchange across employee and freelance workforces. Horizon 3 impact, transformations. Explore more shared services/mergers/exchanges, including across scales of organisational and potentially across regions/areas, optimising local synergies. Encourage experimentation with progressive financial models for discrete areas of activity. Pool resources, e.g. for finance, insurance, HR and governance. Develop/maintain strong networks beyond the cultural sector to keep abreast of fresh ideas/approaches. Advocacy. Government/local authorities. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Galvanise shared campaigns to increase government investment in culture. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. Streamline the range of place-based reporting infrastructures to avoid competing priorities. Horizon 3 impact, transformations not applicable. Arts/culture/heritage funders. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Acknowledge current constraints on sector organisations and leaders. Support capacity building. Promote culture's endemic contribution to sense of self, community, place and national identity. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. Encourage/facilitate new budgetary alliances with other industries to bolster spending on cultural and creative activities. Continue to make the case for increased investment in culture. Horizon 3 impact, transformations not applicable. Infrastructure support organisations/networks. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Develop coordinated resources for reaching key stakeholders. Strengthen political influence opportunities for better advocacy. And championing through convening access for diverse voices/rep of small organisations. Share data to build the case for sector enhancements. create spaces for cross-sector dialogue, exchange and galvanisation. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. Optimise the opportunity for devolved government infrastructures, for regional enhancements. Continue to advocate for culture within place-based governmental agenda. Strengthen sector voice and the diversity of voices and perspectives for advocacy and industry development and perspectives. Create and share key tools for advocacy. Horizon 3 impact, transformations. Develop mechanisms for consistent channeling of key messages to government and key organisations. The ORH can become a shared resource for policy sharing and advocacy. Cultural organisations/leaders. Horizon 1 impact, respond and release. Share data to build the case for sector enhancements. Reflect our shared and diverse narratives as part of growth. Strengthening international connections, inclusion and engagement in communities. Horizon 2 impact, new systems and practice. Support/champion the artist/creative voice to key influencers. Determine key targets for advocacy and distill key arguments to channel cases for support. Promote shared campaigns to amplify impact. Horizon 3 impact, transformations not applicable. CLAW Leadership Appendix 1, Summary Profile, Leadership Now Assemblies. In January to March 2024, CLAW Leadership, in partnership with Arts Council England, delivered 5 Leadership Now assemblies in London, Leeds and Birmingham, and 2 online. In each instance, the high demand evidenced the strong desire for engagement and change, and we welcomed 70+ people per gathering. The assemblies were attended by cultural sector leaders from across England. All assemblies reflected a national attendee profile, with attendees from beyond the region/Arts Council area. An average of 42% were NPOs/IPSOs. There has been good art form, culture and heritage sector representation throughout, with attendees representing all sizes of organisations and a range of roles including artistic directors, CEO/director, programme lead/management, trustees and consultants/freelancers. Reflecting participation in our wider programmes, attendees were on average 75% female. 19% identified as deaf, disabled, neurodivergent, or have a long-term health condition. 8% were from a global majority background. 66% were heterosexual. 22% accessed free school meals, 19% preferred not to say. Across the 5 gatherings, a significant range of issues and challenges were raised, with the most common of these being funding, precariousness/scarcity, new funding/leadership models, people/workforce succession planning/burnout/wellbeing/mental health, leading teams through change, equity, justice and inclusion, board/governance, place-based culture, partnerships and collaboration, hybrid working. We were careful to ensure that the topics debated were those that had been selected by attendees, and each table discussion was led/chaired by a leader who had volunteered a topic of their choice. In addition, acknowledging the discrete challenges facing diverse personnel, a further 2 focus groups were held. One of global majority leaders, and the other of deaf, disabled and neurodivergent leaders. The Leadership Now Insights report, produced by Samina Zahir of Hybrid Consulting, outlines the key discussions and findings.